Troubleshooting PHP emails when your content sends as 0. If you've ever run into the frustrating situation where you're using PHP to send an email, only to find that the message content is being displayed as 0, you're not alone. This is a common issue that many developers encounter, and it typically boils down to a few root causes. Let's explore how you can diagnose and fix this problem in your PHP email scripts. Understanding the problem. First and foremost, an email content displaying as 0 usually indicates that the PHP script is successfully initiating the send process, but the content itself is not being passed appropriately. This is often due to a PHP variable that fails to output the expected string. Here are some common reasons why this might happen. Variable misassignment. One of the most frequent causes is that the variable intended to hold the email content isn't correctly assigned. This can happen if there's a typo or if the wrong variable is being used to populate your message body. Falsey variable values. In PHP, certain values are considered falsy, such as 0, an empty string, null, false, and an undefined variable. If the variable meant for your email content is any of these falsy values, the email content can end up as 0 when processed. Output buffering issues. PHP can sometimes run into problems with output buffering that can cause unexpected 0 outputs. If output buffering is enabled, ensure it's being correctly managed or disabled if not necessary. Function returns and typecasting. If you are using a function to generate or retrieve your email content and that function might return a falsy value, inadvertently casting these to string may result in 0. Double-check your function logic and ensure that you handle all return values appropriately. Troubleshooting steps. To address and resolve the issue where your PHP email content is 0, follow these troubleshooting steps. Check variable assignment. Verify all variables that are being used to define the message content. Ensure they contain the intended data and aren't inadvertently holding a default or empty value. Inspect data sources. If your email message is constructed from dynamic data sources like databases or form inputs, make sure these sources are correctly queried and sanitized. Validate logic. Ensure that all logical operations in building your message content are covered for all edge cases to prevent returning falsy values without a proper message. Utilize debugging. Use debugging techniques such as var_dump or print_r to output your variable values before using them in functions like mail. This will help you confirm that variables contain the expected values. Review output settings. If your PHP environment has output buffering enabled, check your configurations or experiment with disabling it to see if that changes the behavior. Conclusion. Dealing with the anomaly of email content showing as 0 can be perplexing, but it's largely due to variable mismanagement or overlooked falsy values. By methodically checking your variable assignments, debugging your code, and ensuring that your functions return the expected output, you can quickly identify and resolve the issue. As with all problem solving in development, being methodical and thorough in your approach will lead you to a solution more efficiently.